I'm Fletch from the Expert Zone team, and today I'm here to take you through my personal top 5 Outlook features. Whether you're an Outlook beginner or pro, or even whether you agree with my top 5 list or not, I hope all of you can take something new out of this video to make your Outlook experience even better. Outlook has been around for a long time now, 26 years in fact. And during this time, it has served as the go-to email software for a huge amount of people. It's also become packed full of a ridiculous amount of features. With so many powerful features built in, it is very easy to overlook some, and let's be honest, it's hard to find others. So now, in no particular order, let's take a look at 5 of my favorite. Number 1, search folders. The first thing most of us do when we start a new Outlook account or get given one for work is dive into creating a bunch of folders, thinking, oh, we're going to make this the most organized email experience of our life. Then only about 5% of us actually use them, at least if you're anything like me. You may go on to use a small fraction of the folders you have created. The rest are slowly left to fade out of your memory until you wake up one morning, turn on your computer to check your emails, and are forced to remember your organizational shame as you survey the barren wasteland that was once your best intentions. So how do search folders help out here? Won't I just be creating more useless folders for me to never get round to using? Well, actually no. Search folders are actually fully automated, meaning that you can create them and forget about them until they're needed. You can even create them when you suddenly realize you need a folder to collate a group of emails together. Let's give you some all-important context on how to create a search folder and what they actually look like. If you look a little bit below your inbox button on the left-hand side of the Outlook ribbon, you will see search folders. Give it a right click and you'll be able to make a new one. When creating the folder, you'll get a bunch of really cool options. Do you want this folder to store emails from specific people or a group? Maybe you want all your emails from a category you have set up to go into one location. Or you might want to create a search folder based around a specific word. That way, if you want all your emails or orders you have made online in one place, use the word order, and when you're done, click OK, and bang! That folder will automatically fill up with emails based around what you told it to do. Unlike normal folders, if you suddenly think, gosh, I wish I had made a folder to keep all these emails on wet sponges, then no worries. Just make a search folder for your wet sponges and you're as good as gold. Number 2, categories. Okay, before all you Outlook pros click off this video, I promise I'm not just going to talk about categories when it comes to emails. Now, categories do very much have a place when it comes to organizing your inbox, especially if you use search folders. But for me, the magic of categories stand out when you look at your calendar. That's right, you can color code your Outlook calendar. All you have to do is create your categories based around what you need them for. For me, personally, I have created a category for my daughter, so when I look at my calendar, I can straight away identify what I have coming up that is dedicated to her, like ballet. I have one for my wife. We're having another little one come into our lives soon, so the meetings that we have with our midwife every week or second week are categorized under her calendar. I also have categories for when I plan to hang out with my friends. This all helps me get a snapshot of what I have coming up so that it's very easy to digest and take in what I need to if I have to reprioritize my commitments. At work, I have categories based around the teams and customers I'd work with. I even have a travel time category, so if I'm going on a longer drive, it's easy for me to block out that time except for meetings that are actually appropriate to have via the phone. Now it's time to talk about the other half of the reason I use categories for my calendar over emails. Conditional formatting lets you change the font color, and whether that font is big, small, bold, underlined, or in italics. It just makes emails stand out so much more than that little category flag that you can assign to your emails. The only catch, this is one of those extra hidden features which is just not easy to stumble on. To find it, you need to go to your View tab and then click on View Settings. Then a little window will pop up, and it is this window that will let you choose your conditional formatting. Once you're there, click Add to make a new format. You can then customize the font, getting a little preview as you go. Once you are happy with your font, you need to set the condition which makes that font appear. I typically set my conditions up around who is sending me the email, but you can also set the condition up around specific words. So just like you could create a search folder for your online orders, you can also create conditional formatting around them too. And just look at how beautiful it looks. It makes it so much easier to identify and prioritize who and what emails are for. Number 4, tasks/the taskbar. I like to keep the apps I use to organize myself to a minimum. So it was essential for me to find a way to make and monitor tasks within Outlook. Luckily, it's not that hard at all. Did you know when you flag an email, that little flag button that you see when you hover over an email, it actually makes that email a task. But for me, that's not enough. I need to be able to see the task I have as soon as I open up Outlook, which yet again is something that's super easy to do. Simply go back to your View tab and click on the To-Do bar and choose Tasks. This will open up a page on the right hand side of your Outlook which shows every task that you have currently sitting there. If you are creating tasks by flagging emails, you can double click the task at any point to open up the associated email. Not only emails you flag come up here, but you can also manually type out tasks, like when you need to remember to drop off a parcel or return some books to the library. True story, I forgot. When you click on the flag on your to-do bar, it will then remove the task and unflag any email it might be related to. Outlook now also has integration with Microsoft To Do. If you want to check out what Microsoft To Do is, then check out this video from Lisa. Number 5, quick steps. This could be simple, like moving an email to a specified folder, but who needs that now that we know about search folders? You could set up a shortcut to automatically forward an email, whether that's in general or to a specific person. It makes it super handy when I want to forward things like bills or even deals to my wife. You can even use quick steps to create meetings, tasks, flag messages, mark them as important, or assign a category. Hot tip though, when setting up categories, you can create shortcuts just for them. Essentially, if you want to create a shortcut to do something within Outlook, check out quick steps to see if it's possible. That brings my top 5 list to a close. Now, I'm sure some people are wondering, why didn't I mention rules? Well, I wanted to choose features that were a little less daunting to the everyday person. If you do want to check out Outlook rules in the future, let me know in the comments and subscribe. I'll make a video on it. The good news is some of these features are very similar and will help you wrap your head around exactly what you can do with rules in Outlook when we get to them. If you have any other features which you would put into your own top 5 list, let me know. I'd love to learn from you and try them out for myself. Until next time, peace out, EZers.